Hey guys, welcome to another session of RBTL. This is update content part 2. This is hero balancing. I think that this deserved its own video in of itself. So right before I started recording, I asked the guys on stream, I'm like, okay, I gotta find Assassin Coli. She's here. So keep this in mind. So guys, please note that previously discussed balancing changes for Assassin Coli have not been added. We sincerely ask for your understanding regarding this. We sincerely understand it, Smilegate. That's a good thing that you did. It possibly means that either they thought that it wasn't, like they ended up realizing it was a nerf. So the way we read it before from a previous dev note, it seems to be the case that it will only silence after the hero is stunned. So actually I ran into a situation in Arena the other day where the one I wanted to nuke out had immunity, so they wouldn't have been stunned on death, but everyone else didn't have immunity. So I was kind of like stuck, you know. That silence can sometimes save you, but you know, anyways, we talked about this in length and like what kind of scenarios would that be a buff, would that be a nerf. But anyways, I think they're gonna rethink about it. So hopefully if they do implement some sort of quote-unquote buff, it will be an actual buff. Like have both, you know, like both on kill and on stun silence. That would be an actual buff. But if it's replacing one or the other, it's not a real buff. It only buffs it only for one certain scenario, which is, most people have talked about it, only on a defense Assassin Coli would the stun to silence actually be good. But anyways, if people knew about that buff, just run one immunity. Seriously, it's one immunity, like ignore that S3 and then everyone's safe still. So it's like, I don't know. Wait, what? It sucks it all nerfed Vildred's follow-up? Okay, hold on, let me take a look. So I didn't do a pre-reading. I wanted to do this live with the guys on stream to see the difference. So okay, so Demon Blood before Fighting Spirit when attacked, combat range of 15, 5 Fighting Spirit gained. So increase attack of caster when they attack or are attacked. Okay, effect step to 5 times. When attacked, increase combat range of 15%. Fighting Spirit is increased by 5. So okay, so that's exactly what they described. So you don't need to require the Fighting Spirit in order for your Demon Blood to actually be strong. Okay, amount of Fighting Spirit freedom for skill slaughter has been increased. So before, attacks with double-edged sword, double-edged axe rather, not sword, absorb some of the damage as health. Requires 10 Fighting Spirit. Attacks double-edged sword, absorbs some of the damage as health. Requires 30 Fighting Spirit. Wait, what? Portrait doesn't work with shockwave damage? What do you mean by shockwave damage? AoE damage? Made Chloe, let's see here. Made Chloe before, right? Okay, so this is an important part. So before it used to grant a revive for 3 turns, and then increases attack. But now, let's see, what is it? Entertains all allies of VIP treatment, reviving all dead allies to 20% health, granting revive for 3 turns to all living allies. Oh my goodness! So it's gonna be a revive plus revive buff. Wait. I wonder how the AI would work on this. So would this mean that she's... Well, actually, no, that wouldn't matter. If you don't kill her quick enough... So, okay, so I think she's still gonna do the buff on the turn 1. So on a defense team, Maid Chloe, I think, will still react S3 first. But the thing is, you gotta kill them off as quick as possible, especially herself, because if she gets her S3 back, she can revive all dead allies now. Yeah, she's gonna cast it turn 1. So what do you think about this, Taylor? On a defense, I think she's gonna be the same, to be honest. I think she's gonna be the same. More usable, I think, on an offense team. Like, really good on an offense team, but I don't know about a defense team. Yes, it adds a bit of hassle, but you're still facing about the same amount of turn counts, unless you really allow them to, like, allow her to be... Actually, no, that still adds a really annoying part. If you have Ruel herself and Arbiter Vildred, I think it's still gonna be really bad. Yeah, you just need to strip it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. She's the same threat in my opinion. Same threat as before. So not too much of a threat on a defense team, but I think on an offense team where you're controlling her, might be really good. Judge Kise, Warrior Light. Let's move on. So End of Evil. Yeah, 75% chance to dispel the spell buff from enemy. Damage increases with more enemies. Consumes 20 souls. Grants extra turn. So we talked about this. So there is no, apparently when you dispel, there is no like order on the buff that it dispels. It's random. So after we talked about that last time on RBTL, I noticed that, I really like focused on that when I was doing like arena and stuff, and it turns out to be the case. So I would think that now ML Cecilia, now is going to be one of the best defense heroes in counter to Judge Kise. If you have immunity on for the entire team with her initial like pre-turn barrier, there's no telling which actual buff they dispel with Judge Kise. So generally you probably wouldn't run Judge Kise in a defense team. At least she wouldn't be any better than she is right now. But on an offense team, if they run Judge Kise and you have ML Cecilia and you have like immunity on all your heroes, it's gonna be really good, because sometimes they're gonna get lucky, sometimes they won't get lucky. They might dispel the barrier before the immunity, so then she won't be able to go soul burn her S2 into her S3. So that could be good. That could throw some stuff off. Plus the fact that let's say if you do run Assassin Cartuja in your defense team, you have the chance of missing as well. So if you miss, you can't dispel. So that's kind of good. So it's not like she's super broken, but of course it adds more usability than when she was before. So I have to give her that at least. Definitely not junk, but definitely some limited use, especially for seeing ML Cecilia teams. At least that's my thought right now. Arbiter Vildred, adjustments been made to increase by 30%. So sweep now attacks 2 enemies, sword, 50% chance to decrease combat readiness by 15%. So that is debuffed. That's debuffed. So before it was 100% chance, right? Now it's 50% chance. Interesting. Rapidly attacks 2 enemies with sword, decreasing. Oh no, never mind. It's the same. What? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Combat rate of 15%. It's the awakening part. I don't know why they changed that. Lower enemy health, the greater damage dealt, right? Because you get the increased 30%, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't matter then. It's the same, because the awakening is the same. Dark Contract, regenerate after dying, so receiving lethal damage. 100% health, 100% combat readiness. Oh, 100% health? Yeah, right. Okay, 100% health, 100% combat readiness, increased attack for 2 turns. I think you need to Malagora, if I'm not mistaken, Malagora to actually get 100% health. Otherwise, I don't think it is. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. They're only showing 100 like maxed out Malagora scenarios on these skill descriptions. It was stated on top there. Increase attack for 2 turns, full focus, and reset cooldown for Dark Blade. He's still good. He's still really good. See, adjustment has been made to effective skill Dark Blade compared to the basic stat. Damage dealt increased by 30%. Attacks all enemies, decreasing hit chance for 2 turns. The focus is full. Consumes it all, increasing damage dealt. Enemy is defeated with the skill. Cooldown does not occur. Wait, 75% increase hit for 2 turns. Focus is full, consumes it all, increasing chance of damage dealt. When enemy is defeated with this skill, cooldown does not occur. Okay, same. Damage dealt, okay, so it's the same. Dang. Yeah, okay, so Sigret. So Sigret, always also interesting. So I started leveling her because of this. So let's see if we get the same. I think we had the same thing. So before they had a tentative kind of asterisk note for her on their dev note here, but 50% chance to affect 2 bleeds, so that's improved, of course. 50% chance to inflict bleed and make them unhealable to 2 turns. Enemies less than 50%, sever action 100%. So does this get nerfed? So smash is a bit nerfed. So before it says 100% chance to make them unhealable, causing 2 turns. But this is 50%. And then the S2 proc into the S1 if they're under 50%. So isn't that worse though? 50% chance to inflict bleed unless I'm reading something wrong? Unless guillotine is so OP now. Oh, it's so OP now. It's so OP now. Inflict lethal damage to enemy, piercing through weak point, penetrating defense by 30% with an additional 10% each debuff inflicted to the enemies. GG. GG, man. Sigret's gonna be one of the best damage dealers now. One of the best. Hold on one sec. I think I read her skill mods before. I think it was a 1.7 times S3? Yeah, 1.7 times S3 with the 50 up to, okay, well, 30% already on the flat, 10% each debuff to the enemy. Holy crap. This is gonna make, like, this is gonna bring up some interesting, like, team counts. Like, you can run Dizzy, you can run Biken. Biken is probably, like, more so than Siren. Like, it inflicts one of the most debuffs in 2 turns. You can literally get 5 bleeds from Biken if you don't explode it. So S2 into S1 if you don't have an RNL proc, that's 5 right there. What the frick? So 100%, up to 100% defense penetration with her. That is insane. That's insane. 10% each with the 30% already innate. With a 1.7, she's stronger than any single target damage dealer right now if you can inflict the debuffs. Even without the debuffs, the 30% penetration defense on a 1.7 times mod is extremely strong. Surmia with a soul burn is a 1.65 times with a 50% ignore defense, of course, but you know, that comes without any setup, and Surmia has a greater attack buff. Interesting. I'm gonna be I'll probably be doing some tests once I have Sigret built to the same amount, like, of my Surmia. Probably have her built just to see, like, do some damage comparisons. But 100%, I mean, the numbers don't lie. 1.7 with a near up to 100% defense penetration is gonna make her one of the strongest damage dealers in this game. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And then keep in mind that if she soul burns, she gets another turn. So literally, she can go soul burn S2. If you get them under 50%, Sever activates. If she's really strong, you can probably nuke out already 1. But if you don't, 100% the S3 would be, it'd be over already. Whew, man. Aline's Sigret is OP already. No need to ask. I wanna check out Aline's build again. I kinda have it in mind, but I don't remember it exactly. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. This is the only one that I can kind of get excited about because this is the only hero that I have that really benefits from this buff, this hero patch. Violet is awesome too because I started using him more. Adjustment has been made. Duel is buffed now. Dispels 2 debuffs. It recovers health by 15%, granting an extra turn. Evasion is up to 35%, so you get a 5 more evasion chance than you were before, which of course every bit of evasion helps him. That's really his kit. After successfully evading counterattacks with a graceful cut and gains 1 focus. Yeah, so everything else is the same on that. The dispelling 2 debuffs is up to debate on whether or not you should Mola his S2. I'm still on the fence about it. I think most people are saying that his S2 still is a nerf if you Mola it, since you get 1 less turn to evade. But I don't know. I think it depends. Because you can remove 2 debuffs, and you say that you self-sustain, you know, quicker as well. It could be worth it. I don't know. I don't know about that yet. But regardless, I'll take that 30. I'll take that 35. I'll take that 35 for sure. Yeah, Uberius Tooth, I would say, yeah, is the best in slot for Sigret. Mine is on Tooth right now. Let's see here. Purgus, Warrior Earth. I'm not too... 50% chance to decrease speed for 2 turns, decrease combat range by 20%. So that 50% chance also encompasses the combat readiness pushback as well. So I mean that's the only thing he got from it. I thought he had more, but maybe I mixed up with Cartuja. I thought he had more in the dev notes, but anyways, it was all tentative. So not too excited about these guys. I mean, I could look into it, but I don't think that like an extra 20% pushback is not you know, not something that you would build him just to do. I don't think so. Corvus, fire. See here, strengthening. And to speed it up, I think I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip this. Not hyped. 4-star heroes trash. 4-star heroes trash. Oh, just kidding. You guys can do the reading. You know, on it, because I would never use them. I think because I don't like their designs either. So it feels bad, man. Really bad content creators don't cover it all. I think this is the same as the dev note stuff, so I'm not gonna talk about that. Lots though, Lots I wanted to take a look at. I think he can become potentially one of the best healers. May not be for the current PvP meta right now, but I think for PvE he might be one of the best. So combat readiness up to 100%. Innately he has an 80%. So if you mola it, you get 100% CR boost. But also increases his own combat readiness by 30%. It's a 2-turn cooldown, so he can get it back really quick. So it's a very utility type of healer. Yeah, proportional to allies max health too. That's kind of nice. Serenity. So before it used to do increased combat readiness for allies by 20%, increased healing by 3 turns. Oh, and then now it's increased combat readiness by 20%, granted continuous heals for all allies. Wait a minute. It's the same. Oh no, okay, so you recover health with continuous healing. Okay, so you get 2 combo style. It'd be interesting to see his healing mods, but I'm pretty sure like whatever it is, it's still better than what he had before. So yeah, right now he's looking pretty good. I think it's up to a 4-turn cooldown on his S3 minimally, which is really good still, especially if you could pump up his own CR when he does the S2. He's gonna get turns for sure. Build him quick, build him high HP, no need for effectiveness, maybe some effect resistance if you are planning to use him as a PvP healer or GVG healer. Yeah, that's really good. Just, yeah, very easy, simple build. At speed, health, HP, and the defense. Pretty awesome. Bloodblade Karin. So Bloodblade Karin has up to, I think it's just initial damage. Yeah, so compared to the previous stat, damage dealt increased by 20%. Cooldown also has been reduced. Sequential cutter. Wait. Absorbing health proportional damage. Caster's combat readiness increased by 50% if the enemy is defeated. Okay, right. Comparing the two, so the after effects. So you already get increased damage for the 20%. Okay, so sacrificing 20% of the caster's max health grants the caster an extra turn when enemy is defeated. Okay, so everything else is the same. Yeah, so everything else is the same. Granted the 1-turn cooldown and then the extra damage. Alright, so people are saying that there's some things in the bugs here, which I usually kind of like skip this, but I should look at it. Adjustment has been made, correction, soul burn, sage balances, Eye of Death is displayed, no functional change has been made. Okay, typos, issue, so an issue, Arbiter Vildred's illustration is not displayed correctly. Okay, that's fine. Artifact. Windrider to provide an attack increase the turn an enemy was killed instead of providing the increase following the turn has been fixed. Wait, then would that mean that says cleave comp is gonna be a lot weaker? Winder Rider, GG. What, right? Would that mean that now says cleave is not gonna be that good? If I'm reading that right, kill the enemy instead of providing increase to turn has been fixed. Yes, detective, says Terror. Wow, you're so sarcastic, man. You're so bad. Oh, man. That's... You can recall it? GG. Recall... Oh, haha, that's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, well then, oh, well, that's interesting. Not a totally make it or break it, but just a lot of people, running that Oxlots, second says cleave comp might not be as good as it was before. It might not be able to one-shot those C Armin teams now. I don't think so. It could still. I mean, if you have a really high says, I think so. I probably wouldn't recall mine though. I don't know. I don't see any point. It's useful on other heroes. But yes, they are nerfing it, so that's pretty cool. So they're nerfing it, so they're getting they're giving it back. So that's kind of nice. See if Pokemon out copies back if recalled, which is good. Yeah, so if you limit broke it, you can get more copies of it, which might be nice. Wind, so monster adjustment skill. Okay, that's fine. Adventure. It's okay. Abyss. Oh, that's gonna be nice. A button that allows players to move directly to the next floor after clearing a pristine floor has been added. That's kind of nice. Improvements. Pack. Oh, this is important. That a monthly 2-pack sent to inbox, which means that I don't need to like grind right away when I wake up. So if you have, you know, experience with the monthly 2-pack, generally like by the time that the day resets, when you log in, so for me when I wake up in the morning and I get the monthly 2-pack, the 70 energy is applied directly. So my passive energy is not regaining because I'm way overcapped because I slept, right? But now if it's sent to mailbox, I don't have to worry about that. So I can just go just relax, do everything else. Shinny I'm gonna say your comment here. It says Tenha is saying that he thinks that Arena is gonna be only ML now. I think highly possible. I mean, if says cleave is gonna be out of the question now, you're just gonna see some changes. You know, it still can be used, maybe on like some really squishy speed comps. So if it's like a really squishy speed comp, like people run like Ruzid, ML Baal, ML Araminta, I don't know who else would they run. Maybe Dizzy. Let's say like it's like all speed comp. The Oxlots team should still be able to. Oxlot says cleave comp should still be able to one-shot them pretty easily. The only thing that Windrider will benefit from mostly would be like the C Armin kind of comps, the really tanky ones, but you just want to end them fast. But that won't be really an option anymore, I think. Other adjustments, awakening skill has been displayed. Some typos corrected. Adjustment requires soul effects. Dark dual attack or trigger. Street illustration. Okay, so everything else is okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, well I would say that Windrider fix or nerf is actually surprising for me. Yeah, I guess we'll see on Reddit people complaining about it. People are gonna probably be really angry. He's like, what the heck, man? Now I'll never be able to use Windrider anymore. So now Windrider is gonna be probably off my says now. Anyways, I'm gonna end this one here. That's been the update for the patch there. So I'm gonna end this. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next RBTL.